Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Mailani Assya Ajizah with student ID A321230012. Today, I will present a systematic review on factors influencing EFL or ESL students' use of reading strategies. Before we delve into the main discussion, let's understand some important terms that will frequently appear in this presentation. First, systematic review is a comprehensive summary of various studies on a particular topic following a structured method. Second, EFL or ESL stands for English as a foreign language and English as a second language. Third, reading strategies. Reading strategies are techniques used by learners to understand and interpret text. Fourth, metacognition is the awareness and regulation of one thinking process. And lastly, taxonomies. Taxonomies refers to classification or categorization. Next, keywords explanation. Several keywords we need to understand are reading proficiency, which is the ability to read and comprehend text effectively. Strategy use refers to the frequency and manner in which learners apply reading techniques. Metacognitive strategies include planning, monitoring, and evaluating in the reading process. Text type is the genre or kind of reading material such as narrative or expository, and reading anxiety is the feeling of worry or fear related to reading text. Next, this article is a review of 41 empirical studies conducted between 2014 and 2023. The main focus is on factors influencing the use of reading strategies. The majority of research employed a quantitative approach with questionnaires as the primary instrument. Key factors identified include proficiency levels, gender, text type, anxiety, and nationality. Next, methodology. In terms of methodology, study selections was based on PRISMA guidelines. Studies on strategy, effectiveness, or online reading were excluded from this review. Data were collected from various regions, primarily from Asia. Strategy classification was based on established taxonomies in the literature. Next, main findings. The main findings of this systematic review are very interesting. First, proficient readers use more diverse and effective strategies. Second, females tend to use strategies more frequently than males. Third, higher academic levels correlate with increased strategy use. Fourth, text type influences the choice of strategies employed. And fifth, reading anxiety negatively impacts strategy use. Okay, next, factors affecting strategy use, factor influencing. Strategy use can be categorized into four major groups. First, reader characteristic, which include proficiency level, gender, motivation, and metacognition. Second, text properties, namely text type and difficulty level. Third, affective factors such as anxiety and self-efficacy. And fourth, demographics, which comprises nationality and academic year. Next, geographical focus. Geographically, most studies originate from China and Saudi Arabia. There is methodological diversity across various regions. This highlights regional differences in the use of reading strategies that are likely influenced by local cultures and educational contexts. Next, classification of strategies. The classification of strategies in this review is based on established taxonomies. This approach facilitates comparison across studies. The classified strategies include cognitive strategies, metacognitive strategies, and other support strategies. Next, implication for teaching. The teaching implications from this research are very important for us as future educators. First, instruction should be tailored based on individual student differences. Second, focusing on developing metacognitive awareness is crucial. Third, there is a need to incorporate strategies specific to certain text type. And fourth, addressing affective factors such as reading anxiety should be a concern in learning. Next, gaps and limitation. Of course, this research also has some limitation. First, there is still limited exploration of text-related factors. Second, there is variability in study design and participant backgrounds. Third, context-specific assessment tools are needed. And fourth, there is still limited research on multi-factor interaction. Next, future direction. For future research, several suggested directions are using more diverse methodologies, developing inventories adapted for specific contexts, exploring interaction among various vectors, and focusing on longitudinal studies to observe the development of strategy use over time. Okay, in conclusion, there are four important points. First, individual characteristics significantly influence strategy. Second, proficiency and gender are the most prominent factors. Third, tailored instruction can change the use of reading strategies. And fourth, further research is needed to understand complex interaction among various factors. And so, why I choose this article? I chose this article for several reasons. First, it provides comprehensive insight into factors affecting reading strategies, and second, it is highly relevant for understanding how learners improve their reading skills, and third, it synthesizes current research highlighting recent trends in this field. What particularly interests me is the role of individual differences such as anxiety and motivation in learning. I'm also interested in how teaching can adapt to diverse learner needs, as well as the impact of text type on strategy use, which provides important insight for learning material design. Okay, summary. This article reviews current research on reading strategies among EFL or ESL learners. It identifies key influencing factors and suggests tailored teaching approaches. Most importantly, it highlights the importance of metacognitive awareness and individual differences in reading learning. The reference for the article I present is okay. That's all from me. Thank you very much. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.